All right, welcome everybody. Looks like we're still 8 minutes out as of this exact second. So get comfortable, get a snack, get a drink,
hydrate,
whatever you need to do.
Perfect. I personally am gonna grab a Red Bull because I am unhealthy and going to live my life the way I live it, caffeinated. So it'll be a lot of fun, clearly.
Hello, everyone in chat. Good to see you. Look at all those Collei emotes, so cute.
The emotes are so cute.
I like this egg one. What?
Wait, what?
What is that?
Oh my gosh! She's beautiful. Her final form. If Collei was a boss, that would be it. You must fight the egg baby. While you cry because the egg baby is too cute. Oh my gosh, the one where she's about to punch.
Yeah.
Oh, cauliflower. Oh gosh, she's a beautiful wow.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't know. I looked at that and had no idea what that was.
It actually, it kind of looks like a sheep too.
That's what
I could see that.
I thought it was like a parka that they wear in like Alaska or something.
Oh, that's so
jacket with like a really furry hood. Oh, that makes so much sense that it's cauliflower. Okay.
I mean, admittedly, I'm wildly guessing based on context, but I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure.
No, it definitely is. There's no doubt.
Okay. I'm like, unless it's it is a sheep and I'm totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure. No. Oh, that's so cute. I would love, like, in the Harvest Moon games, you can, like, have the little costumes where you're, like, a cow and stuff, like a little cow, Collei. I would die.
I think about Harvest Moon too often.
Oh my gosh, I'm literally obsessed. It's so bad.
Do you play the new ones? It's like called they changed the names.
Oh, the Story of Seasons one?
Yeah. Because that's the original one. I played it on the DS. And then when it changed, I was like, man, this series got bad. And then I realized it was a different game.
I did the same thing. I was so confused. I was like, do I have a really bad memory? Are these not what I thought they were? Oh, wait, they're two different. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Oh, man. I didn't learn that until, like, very recently, though.
No, I love that for you. I learned it last year, so I'm really not that ahead of you. No, don't feel bad.
I tried to get Stardew Valley, and I was like, I have to get on the Switch so that it can feel like I'm playing on the DS.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm a farming game, like, obsessor. It's an issue. I admittedly wasn't playing farming before I came here. I was playing Hamtaro.
Oh my gosh, I missed that too.
They were so good. They were the best games. I want a modern Hamtaro.
I think DS had the best games. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, I agree. Sorry, if someone disagrees in chat, that's fine. But I disagree with that statement because the DS was superior, in my humble opinion.
Good. That's the only console that I don't have anymore. I don't know where it went. I just lost it one day.
No, that's so sad. Oh,
that Nintendo, like, oh my gosh. That was the peak of my life. I think I'm just downhill from now.
Honestly, that's exactly how I feel. Like, everything's just gotten slightly worse. Since Nintendo DS, everything's gone down.
The only thing that would bring it back is when we get Genshin on Switch.
Oh. Do you think that's happening? So I don't know how I feel anymore.
No, because the Switch is going to be dead by the time that Genshin ever gets ported there.
I would die if it was like, Breath of the Wild came for the Wii U and the Switch. I feel like that's what
yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. But no one played the Wii U, so it was basically new.
Exactly. That's exactly what I feel like they're going to do. I feel like they're going to be like, it's the Switch's last month. Here's Genshin. You're like, cool, great, thanks. Finally. They're like, okay, now throw the Switch in the garbage because it's time for Switch 2.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not ready for Switch 2.
Oh, me, I don't want to, I know I've had my Switch for a while. I don't like change. My games are on it. I like the games I have. like a 90-year-old woman.
No, yeah. I only played like Breath of the Wild and Tears in the Kingdom on Switch. I played my first Pokemon game on Switch. I was like, yeah, that's good. I'm done.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no,
What it is.
I have Steam Deck and Switch, and I switch off based on like what game I want to play. But admittedly, both of those have gone to the back burner because I've just been playing the Game Boy Advance to play Hamtaro games.
Oh my! See, that's what we need. Just like the old school stuff.
My boyfriend was like, "Don't you own like the newest systems?" And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "You're in the bed with like a Game Boy SP from like the early 2000s."
Oh
yes,
my god,
correct.
That's actually so me though, because I tried so hard to get the PlayStation Portal for like months because it was sold out.
Gosh, yeah,
I'm that so hard, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna play Project Sec on my phone. Like,
yeah, no, but so true. Oh my gosh, yeah, I never got PlayStation Portal, and I really wanted it too. I just gave up.
Such a pain to get, and now like, the idea was like, I want to play Genshin from bed, and now I'm just like,
oh yeah,
I'm just gonna sit at my desk.
Just kidding. I'm gonna not do the thing.
That I said I was gonna do, but it's fine.
I feel like that's why I got Steam Deck to play games in bed, and then I always play it docked. So it's like I don't do the thing I bought anyway.
Yes, that's the same thing with the Switch too. I'm like, but it has better performance when it's docked, so I'm just gonna play it docked.
That's exactly why I do it. Like, why would I want it to look worse?
It also has terrible like ergonomical controls. Like, this is so hard. I'm like, who designed this?
Yeah, I
have so much money.
Go back to the DS.
Do better.
If they could give me literally all the DS games on a docked system, I'd be done. I'd give them all my money immediately. Like, come on, that would be the dream.
That's kind of what the Wii U was like intentionally supposed to be used for, though, because it had that screen on like the handheld part.
Yeah, I did like the screen. I don't know. I think I might be in the minority, but I liked the screen because I liked being able to like do two things at once. I almost miss it, but it used to like you could only play handheld if you were close enough to the system, and that was my nightmare. Like you couldn't take it to bed unless you also had the Wii plugged in somewhere near your bed.
Oh my gosh. All right. Looks like it is time. Let's get a confirmation from somebody that we can start.
Yeah, let's do this. Thanks everyone for listening to me rant about
about old games.
About me being elderly for 8 minutes before we started.
It's just what life becomes when you like get old. You're just like reminding people how old you are.
I definitely feel like I hit that age immediately. I feel like I skipped every decade and went straight to 90, if we're being honest. Like I woke up and I was just a small Lebanese elderly woman.
Okay. All right. Looks like we are ready. Welcome everybody to the stage. You are in Hoyo Café, and so are we. Oh, there's the timer.
That's scary.
All right. Some housekeeping stuff before we get started. Some rules. Please keep in mind that Christina is our guest, so treat her with respect. She's taking the time out of her very busy day to come talk about video games with us. And we appreciate that very much. Obviously, if you're not following the rules, we're going to bonk you. So everybody stay in line. No profanity, no inappropriate questions. I'm watching all of you. Images or content. The big one, guys. Have common sense. I know that means a lot to a lot of people. Have common sense that we all agree on. Don't ask dumb questions that you already know. Be mindful, no bullying or harassment, no slurs, no aggressive behavior, and do not use audio from this event for any kind of AI or any non-approved things.
Thank you.
All right. Let me see if that's all of it. And do not ask about speculative Genshin stuff. Abide by Genshin TOS. We all know those by now. So no leaks, no theories and stuff that We don't want to get spoiled. Thank you.
Don't get me fired.
Yes, that would be great.
Please let me have a job.
Okay, so quickly to introduce our guest. If you guys don't know, this is Christina Costello. She is the voice of Collei. She was born in Massachusetts.
Woo!
She is of mixed Lebanese Middle Eastern descent, and she is based in the US. She voices Collei in Genshin. She's also known for voicing Alma and Seirei Gensoki, Spirit Chronicles, and Mozzarella Cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom. For those gacha people out there that play all of them.
Me
all
too.
Right. During the first half of our event today, we're going to be reading some questions that were pre-submitted from the slides. So please don't have any unread requests. We will get to those in the second half, and I'll let you guys know when that time is happening. So moving on with the first question. What is your favorite thing about being a VA?
Oh, wow, we went right for it.
We went right for it.
This is so cliche, but literally everything. Again, I am from Massachusetts. I work for Massachusetts. I've been very lucky to. I don't know a lot of jobs that would let me do that. I'm a disabled voice actor. I have a lot of health issues. It's really fun. But my medical team is here, and voice acting has allowed me to do what I love without sacrificing my body. And I mean that with all the love in the world. My aunt is a stunt actor, and I feel she has sacrificed her body by getting hit in various ways. I get to stand in a booth and not take any damage at all. And I get to go to conventions and meet people and do stuff like this, which is so cool. And I think that's my favorite part because I talk a lot. So I'm glad I'm not talking to myself. That's it. Yay, voice acting!
Honestly, I'm gonna need that. I also talk a lot. And that's why I stream.
Exactly. A job that lets you talk. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love that. How did you get started being a VA?
So my path is a little different than I think some people's, but I actually started doing on-camera work in Boston when I was younger, when I was a teenager. And I did that in print modeling. I am short. I cannot do regular modeling. I am 5 feet. They said, no, too small. And I said, okay. So I started pursuing on camera, and it was fun, but pretty hard on my body. And as wild as this sounds to say out loud, I didn't consider voice acting a job I could do until 2020 when things started to actually go remote. And I was able to kind of sneak my way into there because I had training with acting. And admittedly, my boyfriend is a musician, and I took all his stuff, his microphone, his interface, and his booth. And I started taking classes immediately. I have since replaced everything I stole, so that's good. But originally, I borrowed everything from my partner and just went for it. And I honestly got really lucky. But it's so weird to say out loud, but if there hadn't been a pandemic to force the industry to change, I don't think I would be working in voiceover because I don't think I'd have the opportunity. So luck and being really stubborn because I don't like when people say no. I just keep doing stuff anyway. I keep submitting.
Perseverance. You heard it here, guys. There you go. So you took the voice acting classes online?
I did, yes. I did a lot of them through Zoom. Because I did like the acting foundations, I was able to kind of immediately jump into taking classes with casting directors, which really helped because that gets you on their radar. If I had not been trained in acting, I think I would have done it differently, where I would have taken like acting classes first and then voice acting classes, because you really need to have an understanding of script analysis and breakdowns and stuff like that for voiceover. But I got to cheat and skip ahead a little bit because I had already done that as a teenager. And yeah, online, I've done, oh gosh, I'm going to knock on wood. That's me knocking. I've done nothing in person so far, but I have a feeling I'll probably end up having to travel at some point to LA for work. But so far, it's all been in my pajamas.
Oh my gosh, we love that. We love that. Also, I was telling chronically online people that you can do everything from your house. You're welcome.
Yeah, no, it's true. You really can.
All right. What was your first impression of Collei?
I'm gonna ask a follow-up question and then hopefully get a little clarity from the game, or I did read the manga. So do you want like from the manga
Let's
impression?
say from the manga, the very first.
Okay. I loved her from the start because I also, how do I word this? When I was at my sickest, like placing myself in Collei's shoes, even not before voice acting her, I was very, very sick and I was a teenager when I was at my like absolute worst health. And I was an absolute jerk. I was very grumpy and I saw myself in Collei immediately. And I really just fell in love with her. I felt bad for her from the get-go, but I also thought her design was really cute, which I guess is not great of me because she was really sick looking, but so was I. So I guess it resonated with me. But I loved everything about her. I definitely wanted her immediately to have a happy ending, like the very first time I read about her. And I was very grateful to see her journey that now she has, I don't know, like 7 friends. She's getting there.
No, 7!
Let's go, friends!
Let's go!
She might have more than that, but like every event I do, it's called like when I did Windbloom, I was going through the script and I was like, oh, she's making a friend! And they were like, okay. And I was like, I'm so proud of her. And they're like, can you read the lines now? Like, yeah. Sorry, I was just celebrating my daughter's win, okay? Jeez.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So this was, you read the manga when it first came out?
Yes.
You've been waiting this whole time?
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit. I think I was a little late to the Genshin bandwagon. I was probably like a 6 months or so after it came out. I read it, and then I am really weird about projects. I feel like if I like a thing, I won't get to like play in that world. I feel like that's my luck. So like I read the manga, and then I never touched the game because I was like, no, I can't like the game. Because if I like the game, I'm never, ever, ever going to get in this game. That's going to be what seals the deal for me of never getting hired. And I ignored the game literally until I got hired, except I looked up lore stuff online because I'm very weak. So I followed everything, but I never played it until I got hired. And then I was like, originally going to speedrun it, and then I'm in Inazuma still, because now I play Hamtaro. Sorry. So speedrunning did not happen. But yeah, I waited a long time to get to play in that world. And I never thought I'd actually get to voice a character in it at all. I'm just really weird where I try not to like get too into a thing, because I feel like whenever I read something I like, my nervousness like kicks in, and then I don't give a good audition because I'm still freaking out. With Genshin, they don't tell you what you're auditioning for, though, and I'm very gullible, I found out, because everybody I knew was like, yeah, that's Genshin, and I was like, what? What do you what do you mean? It said, how do you do lemonade? It's an anime, and they were like, no. So I was I was totally wrong, and I approached it not right at all. But I booked it,
You still got it.
So I guess the key is to be very confused when you read for projects and make up your own story that's not right at all.
So what we really got out of this is that you will never, if they ever make a Hamtaro reboot, you'll never be in it.
Probably not. I'll have to well, unless I don't know it's Hamtaro. Because, as I've learned, I'm very bad at guessing IPs. I've never been right about a single thing I've auditioned for. Not even once have I known what I was reading for. And everybody knows but me. We were talking about it in like a voice acting in another chat, I think on Danny Chambers, who voices Nilu's stream. And she was like, yeah, I knew it was Genshin immediately from the art. And I was like, what? You did? I didn't. I thought it was a girl group.
A girl group.
So, yeah. So unless I'm super confused and they don't show pictures of hamsters, I might book Hamtaro. Maybe.
Amazing. You heard it here first. All right. What was the best part about voice acting Collei?
Oh my gosh. Everything. I love her. I think my best memory is, so I got into I'm telling you, I literally didn't know it was Genshin until I was there. Like, I wasn't sure, and then they sent an invite for the session, and it was still like that code name, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they got in, and they were explaining the world, and I was like, wait a second. and Collei had a fake name at that time. I totally forget what it was. I don't know, something about leaves or something dumb that I should have picked up on, but I didn't. So I was like, yeah, it's the leaf girl, and they were like, hold on, do you know what you're doing? And I was like, no, what? Yeah, it's the girl it's the leaf character, you know. And they're like, that's Collei. Let's give you your backstory. And I literally hit mute because I know Collei, and I screamed, and I came back, and I was like, sorry, I lost connection. And they were like, oh no, it's okay. Let's tell you about Collei. And I was like, yeah, please tell me about Collei. I know nothing about Collei at all. And I had a good cover until the director is like, oh, I don't know this point in the lore. I just want to double check. I think I know, but I'm going to ask the team. And I was like, I know the answer because in the manga, and then she did this. And they were like, oh, okay. So my cover got blown probably like a half an hour into my session. And I had to admit I knew almost everything. Yeah, I was like, so I know about everything. You don't have to ask any questions about her story. I know it. But I made everyone's job easier. Yay!
Really? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That you were such a big fan and then like just stumbled into this.
I really did too, because I was very like, I think being gullible, and you know what's funny? It hasn't changed. Like, I booked this, and you'd think I'd be like, now I know what everything is, because now I know it's fake. No. I still read a thing, and they're like, blueberry pancakes, and I'm like, yep, it's a blueberry pancake show. Like, I still don't register what I'm reading for. It happened with mozzarella cookie. I still didn't know what I was reading for until, like, the callback, because they said cookie, and I was like, oh, I know what this is now. But until then, nothing. Nothing rang a bell at all to me. So it's I'm pretty smart if you're listening. I have a 4.0 in college.
That's
just not in life.
Do school well, kids.
Do school and continue to have room in your brain for literally anything else.
Actually, though.
And you too.
Like,
you too will succeed.
Since leaving college, I feel like I'm just like getting dumber every day.
Oh no!
I'm just like, I put so much energy into school, and now that I'm out, I'm done. Goodbye.
Well, I don't blame you. So this is my last semester for nutrition, and I'm done. After I'm learning nothing new.
Oh, yeah.
Refuse. No more. No.
Oh my gosh. All right, this question kind of leads into where we were before, but what is your best advice for people that are aspiring to be VAs?
My best advice is this is so cliche, oh my gosh, as I'm thinking of saying this out loud, you can laugh at me, it's fine. But somebody said this to me once, and it really stood with me. Immediately, the first thing to do is don't call yourself aspiring, you're a voice actor now. Because when you shift your mindset, you start doing the thing. If you keep saying, I want to do the thing, at least for me, I never went for it because I didn't feel like it was possible. And the second I realized it was possible, I made that shift in my head that now I'm a voice actor, and I'm a baby voice actor. I'm new at it, but I'm not aspiring. I'm getting into it. There is a really, really, really good website. It sounds fake. I give it to people at cons, and they look at me like I'm lying, but it's a real website, so please believe me. And it's literally, I want to be a voiceactor.com. It is by D. Bradley Baker, who has done so many things in voiceover, and he took the time to break down literally everything that you have to do as a remote voice actor to get started. It has the classes that, recommend the teachers that are safe to take, where you can get a demo reel, what equipment you need. And somebody gave it to me probably 5 years ago now, and I remember being like, oh, they're just giving this to me so I shut up. That's fair. But then I went on the website and I was like, oh, wait, this is actually really useful. It is genuinely, oh, good. Someone, thank you for typing it. It is a really helpful website, and just put 100% into it what you can, but be kind to yourself too. Even as a professional, I tell people my job is professionally getting rejected. I get rejected from jobs literally every day, and then every once in a while I get it. And then I can't tell anybody about the job I've been working a job for 3 months, and I literally probably can't say it for like a year. So a lot of voice acting is going, waiting. A little bit of crying. I cry. We all cry. It's okay to cry. And then going. And that's my advice.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard that website mentioned by a lot of other VAs too. So
It's so good.
Crazy name for a website, but I guess
I know.
It's all SEO, you know, the search engine optimization. Like, I want to be a voice actor, and it just comes up because that's the exact name of the website.
I think that's exactly why he did it. Honestly, I feel like it was SEO, so like it would come up immediately. But it is such a helpful website, and it breaks everything down way better than I ever could. And sometimes I still check that website, to be honest with you, because it has good advice for like gear upgrades and stuff. So it's a good site.
Gear. We love to talk about gear.
Oh man, you mean where all my money goes and then I cry? What?
Yeah.
And then it breaks and I have a breakdown? What? No.
It's just like such a common thing. I feel like a lot of people get like hung up on gear all the time too. That's the same thing for streamers. It's like, which microphone's the best one to get? I'm like, you just need to hit start streaming. That's part one.
Exactly. No, you know what? Admittedly, when I started streaming from voice acting, I was super confused, even though like instinctively I should have done the same thing with voice acting, like that I had done. But for streaming, I literally was like, oh no, I have to buy a new thing. And I was like, no, just literally buy one thing. Just do it. Just do the thing. Stop.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way that procrastination works.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Just start. All right. Well, there you go. Resource. Everyone's got it now.
Cool.
All right. Who's your favorite Genshin character? If it's not Collei.
Oh.
And do you want to voice any other character? If so, who?
Okay, I'm so dumb. It is Collei. I'm sorry. She's my daughter. I love her. I guess like I also really love Klee because she's like a chaos baby. So Klee and Collei, I think, are probably some of my favorites. So who would if I wanted to voice a character, I actually specifically want to voice a very annoying boy in that realm of Genshin. That's my dream, to like voice Collei because I love her, but also the most annoying boy character that people could think of. I know, every time I say that, people say Timmy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I would do that. I just want it to be a very silly, frustrating character, but I also want them to be playable, and I want them to be good. Because then you have to play them, and you have to hear them be annoying. That's my, like, little gremlin goals. So someday...
Annoying.
Someday, I will voice an annoying boy. I swear. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get to decide that. Just so everybody knows, too, yeah, we don't decide who we voice at all. I never have any say in literally anything. I think for Collei, the only thing I got to do was, like, word vomit about all the lore I knew, and nobody asked me to do that. I just did it. There was no request. I simply could not shut up. So yes, boys, annoying boys. That's my dream. Thank you.
Wow. You saying that just immediately reminds me of Christina V and like Bennett and Sing Show.
See, Christina gets it though. Oh yes, that's the dream. Christina's living my dream, and that's fine.
She's living my dream too, but it's fine.
It's fine. There's room for more annoying boys. So that's my goal. I just want to be a character that literally they walk on the screen and they're like, "Hey guys, let's go!" And you're like, "Oh no." That's my hope.
Oh, you really missed out on Mika then.
I actually am very good friends with Rob, who voices Mika. And Rob does not sound like that at all, and it really threw me off. And I was like, "Oh wait, you're a voice actor." I'm smart.
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Wow, you have like a really naturally deep voice. I'm really surprised that you're voicing like a young character." And he was like, "Tina, it's voice acting." And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." Never mind. Goodbye.
You do it too.
Interesting. Bye-bye. I'll see myself out. Oh, the cauliflower.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's beautiful.
I'll show
Thank
those
you.
at the end. I didn't realize that it was in the same window. Okay. There we go.
I mean, spoiler, you didn't see that.
Yeah, just unsee that. Okay, next question. What's your favorite Collei voice line?
Admittedly, I don't know the line by heart, so please, everybody, forgive me. I have a kidney stone. I please forgive me. My back hurts. But I really love the ramble she goes on about Inazuma and how everybody is so cringe, because I think, to my knowledge, I'm the only Genshin character to ever say cringe in a voice line. It's too cringy, is my absolute favorite. And when people give me a print, Alejandro has a really cute print that has like all of our characters on it. So when I get to sign it, I always do a little thought bubble that just says, "Oh, he's too cringy." About Sino. That's my little passive aggressive fun thing to do. I think that's my favorite, but as like this makes me happy, I love her treasure chest line when she goes, it's so lucky! Like, it's just so cute! She's just a baby. But the cringe line is my favorite, and I literally laughed out loud before I got to read that line, because I was so thrown off by the fact, and I was like, are we really writing cringy? Are you really saying cringy? Like, I get to say that? And they were
Collei
like,
is woke. She knows.
She gets it. It is my favorite line in the entire game, and nothing has topped that for me, if I'm being perfectly honest. That's always been. She's had such sweet moments, like everything in Windbloom where she talks about her past has my heart, and it's so nice, but it's not her saying cringy. So it's below that for me. Thank you.
That's a pretty good one.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, Collei. Now we know. All right. We already answered that last question, so we're just going to skip over it.
Yeah.
What specific challenges did you face getting into voice work because of your disability, and how you overcame them? Question mark.
Yeah. Question mark. Generally, I think the biggest challenge for me was having the opportunities. I think that accessibility in the industry is very new still. And we're still getting there, but having it open up to remote really helped me be able to be on the playing field. But the thing they don't tell you in classes is that now that you're in the playing field on remote, you have to have the same quality things of the people in the studio if you want to be in the in-studio project. So now you have to have a really good booth. And then you have to make sure that you have really good availability because you're in a different time zone, but don't let that hold you back. So then you have to do this. And it's like the stamina it takes to do this job when disabled is very hard. And it's something I'm still honestly getting used to. I'm a very bad example. Do not follow my words. Not what I do, because I tend to work a lot when I probably shouldn't, because I really want to and it makes me happy. But then like the next day I am partially dead and it's my own doing because I didn't want to say no because I wanted to do it. So I think that having the stamina, and a lot of it is just making it work for you. I have a stool in my booth now so I can sit because I have hypermobile legs, and I have quite honestly literally had my leg crack during a session, and they're like, "What's that noise?" And I'm like, "I just have to go on mute for a second. It's no big deal. Hold on." So the stool helps. And then just being very aware of scheduling break times for myself personally is something that I'm still working on. But I try, like, for example, my last week was very, very booked with projects, but I tried to make sure no matter what, I had at least a 2 to 3 hour like rest window in between the jobs to be safe. So it's really just like knowing your own limitations, and fighting for accessibility is something you automatically have to do as a disabled voice actor. Because A, it's how you're going to get work, and B, I want for myself to make sure everybody that is starting out who's disabled also has these opportunities. So Yeah. It's I call it extra hard mode, but it's super worth it. It's like extra hard mode with a really good payout. If I was comparing my life to a video game, so not the Hamtaro games, unfortunately.
Sad.
I'm playing like Zelda completionist mode. That's the run I'm on in life.
What are some things that you want to see standard that you think would help you in the industry for not only yourself but like other people?
I want people to have opportunities to record remotely. There are still studios that are very in studio focused, and you have to kind of like advocate for yourself. Or for myself, my agent does a lot of my advocating because he's a scary man, and he's a little bit more threatening than I am, because I'm like, please can I do the thing, and they're like, no, and I'm like, okay, I understand. But he goes, please can she do the thing, and they go no, and he goes, well, I'm gonna sue you. So he's a little he's a little better than I am at advocating. And I think that if you can't do remote, I think that we should allow people to record from like studios in their states so that they can be able to stay where they are near their medical teams. If they're in LA, then it needs to be, if they're immunocompromised, people need to be keeping them safe. There's just like a lot of different things. I think remote would probably be something that eliminated a lot of stress for people, including people that are already in LA or New York or wherever they are. Because when you don't feel well, nothing is better than being able to work from home. It really helps you like keep going. So I think that would be my biggest qualm with the industry, and it's getting there. I mean, like I said, I work, that's me knocking, remotely right now for everything, and I've had luck still being considered for jobs, but it's still something that needs to like learn and grow, and I think that the industry will do the right thing. I just don't know when.
Yeah, fair. Especially like with COVID and everything, it really like propelled a lot of people to open up their eyes and be like, oh, remote work.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that what I want to see from the industry is those places that open their doors, not shut their doors.
Right.
Because then you have people who bought a bunch of so expensive equipment be like, okay, well now where do I work? So that's my hope.
Yeah, definitely. As somebody who also works from home.
Yeah.
Working from home. Woo!
Yeah, and I mean, you can be very productive from home too, and it's more pressure for us, like as voice actors, to, sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to play engineer. I want someone else to do it, and I totally get that. And if you can go in studio, do it, but you can't forget about the people that like legitimately cannot. We can't just be like, oh, you're unhealthy? No career for you, even though you've been doing it for 4 years. No, come on. That's not cool. So hopefully it continues to open up rather than shut down.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely people doing it like you that have good work quality, just showing them that it can be done is great. So
thank you. I try. I always I use Genshin as an example when I'm arguing. I'm like, listen to Genshin, that's my whole audio. And they're like, okay, sure, you can record. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm really I'm really not aggressive at all.
Like, look how popular this game is. I did that.
That's literally, I'm like, listen to Collei's audios. Aren't they crisp?
But the crisp.
Aren't they so crisp? Don't they sound so good? But I really legitimately have emailed that exact sentence. Listen to how crisp this audio is. This is from my house. And it works, so we do what we have to do.
Yeah. Whatever works. All right, this is going to be our last question that is preset. After this, we'll move into the live Q&A. And once we move into the second part, stay tuned for a special announcement at the end. Ooh. All right, so Dried Oatmeal wants to know what your favorite food and beverage combo is. And your favorite weird food combo.
Okay, first of all, Dried Oatmeal, I just want to say your username for this question is amazing. It fits the vibe. Good job. Favorite food and beverage combo. Oh man. I sing the praises of this thing that is so ridiculously basic, but I like it, so I'm just gonna do it. We have I know everybody or most people know what hummus is, or hummus. I think is how American it's said, but we say hummus. But there's a hot version of that with like cut chicken and sesame seeds and tahini and caramelized onions and all this like really good stuff in the middle. So it's like a hot version of that dish, and you literally fill pita pockets with it. And it is so dang good. I don't even care about the beverage if we're being honest, because I like the food so much. If I had to pick a beverage for it, it's probably not a good combo. I'm just obsessed with it. I really like the sparkling apple cider. Just because. I don't know why. I have so much of that stuff. It's ridiculous. So that would probably be my favorite thing. For a weird food combo, I don't know I don't know if anything I have is like weird. I feel like I like lame stuff. No, I'm boring. I like cheese and crackers and like that kind of stuff. Gosh. I don't know. I don't have anything weird.
Okay, well, I'll give you
Yeah, give me an example.
Yeah,
I'll give you. I
I'll
need
give
to know
you
what's
something
weird.
that I really like.
Yeah,
First
what's weird?
First of all, I put my cereal in the microwave. Second of all,
Wait, why?
mayonnaise
What does it
on
do?
rice. It just
What?
makes the milk warm, so it's not cold.
Okay, gotcha. Oh no, okay. I like mayonnaise on fried rice. I
Yeah,
agree.
no,
with
it's
that
so
statement.
good. Mayonnaise
Yeah,
on
no.
rice is like, whoa.
I agree with that statement. Because like spicy mayo on it is really good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
Spicy mayo?
if you just do regular mayonnaise with salmon, I will still eat it. It does
We
not
can
have
just
to be
knock this
spicy.
down to mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's
A commercial during the Super Bowl that was advertising Hellman's mayonnaise, and it was literally just some like actress eating mayonnaise out of a jar.
I don't know if I could necessarily eat it out of a jar. That seems very dedicated. Well, no, I mean I'm sure she got paid a ton of money, so yes, I probably.
Oh yeah,
could.
yeah.
I
I mean,
probably
for the
could.
money, absolutely. Although the amount of like, I'm never like, do you want some rice or like some rice with your mayonnaise? Like, it's mostly mayonnaise. So
No, that's fair. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
probably still doing that, just not in like such an odd way.
Yeah, no, I do like mayonnaise with rice is actually really good. That does taste. That's a good combo. I have had. Oh, God, I don't think it's weird, but maybe it is. I will put hummus on almost anything. I use it as like a sandwich topper. So I'll make like a BLT, but instead of with mayonnaise, I'll do mayonnaise and hummus, and it is delicious. So it's garlic hummus specifically, so it becomes like a.
Yes.
It's so good. Yeah, I am probably a very stereotypical Lebanese person, but I literally will put it on everything and love it still. It's still like the gift from above. to
It's
me.
so universal though, because it's not like too overbearing of anything.
No, exactly.
So.
It goes really well. I've had it on bagels. Because I'm lactose intolerant, and sometimes I'm like, "Oh, do you have like anything dairy free?" And they're like, "We have hummus," and I'm like, "Good enough."
I'll take it.
Sure. Throw on some chopped carrots, please. So yeah, anything that you could put a vegetable on, I've probably put hummus on it as well. And it is good. Thank you.
Very good. All right. We made it. Oh, okay. Here we go. We made it. Nope. Oh, there we go.
No!
We made it to the live Q&A. Woo! All right. Just a reminder, please be respectful. Ask appropriate questions only. No AI voice. Make sure you're using your beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I think that's all the things. So if you want to speak, request to speak button is on your screen somewhere. And somebody from the staff will invite you to the stage and you can come chat with us.
Yeah. And
So-
also, if I don't understand your question, it's not you, it's me. Again, I have a kidney stone, so you may have to repeat yourself. I apologize.
Blame the kidney stone. That's what we do. You should definitely name it.
It needs an evil name.
All
Hello.
right, we got our first guest.
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm trying to find my question.
Introduce
Oh, there it is.
yourself and ask your question.
Hello. I'm Ren. I go by he, him, or Star. My question is kind of a similar question asked Josie because I know he did a Q&A on his server a few weeks ago, and it's an interesting question because like his answer was really cool. But if you were to meet Collei IRL, like in real life, where would you hang out and meet up? Like the mall, library, etc. What would you say to her?
Oh my gosh. I think we would just cry at each other if we're being honest, but maybe not. Maybe we'd be brave. I think it would be really cool to go on a hike with Collei because I feel like she would not outpace me, which is good because I'm kind of slow. And I think that she would have a good time explaining what various plants are, or vice versa. If she had never been, I guess, to Massachusetts, I could explain what things are to her. And I would want to thank her, honestly, because being able to know her story has helped me be more confident with my own disabilities and has helped me be more vocal about accessibility online for the industry and for everybody. And I think that she has inspired me to keep pushing forward. And I would hope that she'd go, wow, good job with my voice, unless she goes, oh my god, why do I sound like this? How could you? And if that was the case, I would leave.
Yeah.
But hopefully it would go well.
Your feet
Mhm.
I think that's it. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, I think it would be us explaining flowers to each other. Because I actually studied botany, so it'd be kind of cool to talk to her.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did. I'm not good at botany, but I did study it. So
Mhm.
thank you. That was such a thoughtful question. I really liked it.
I'm glad you did. Thank you for
Thank you.
answering.
Of course.
All right. That was an interesting question.
I like that. Yeah, I was like, well, hopefully
Hello?
she likes the voice. Hello.
Hello. Oh, wait, is my microphone working?
Yes, so we hear you. Welcome.
All right, perfect. Hi, I'm 500 or arrows, whichever you want to call me.
Cool.
Okay. Have you read the Genshin manga?
Yeah.
Okay. If they made a, I am reading the chat. What the fuck is going on? If you could, would you voice for the Genshin manga if it came as an anime?
Oh, I would. I would still want to voice Collei if I could, but I would want to play her a little bit more down here because I think that she would be disguising her voice a little bit, and I think that she would be a little more quiet and rugged and ready to take down anybody because she was always ready for a fight. Which admittedly, when I was going through treatment for my health stuff, I was also ready to fight at all times. But I think that'd be really interesting to see. And I have no say, obviously, because it would have already happened. But every session I've had for Collei, I've been like, she should get a manga skin, and they're like, haha, okay. But that's my dream, that they bring something from the manga into the game, because I think that the story is so cool.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
That's I promise I'm advocating for y'all with that because I want it.
Yes. Also answering to you, Lush, of course I'm freaked out. I'm looking at chat right now. Why is everyone saying 500 this, 500 that? What's going on?
Seems like you have a lot of fans.
Aww,
Apparently so.
I love it.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the hungry one.
Heck yeah. Think that's an awesome question though. I'm gonna always bring up the manga to the people that do the game, so hopefully someday maybe they'll listen to me.
Yes,
Maybe.
thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. It's nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
The Genshin anime.
Oh my gosh.
Right up there with the Nintendo Switch.
Someone is like, are you gonna voice in the anime? And I'm like, is the anime gonna happen?
Yeah.
Hello.
This is an unrelated Genshin question, but can I still ask? I'm just wondering, what's your favorite type of dinosaur?
My favorite type of dinosaur? Oh, is that sad that I have to think because I like most dinosaurs? Oh no, my usually as a joke I say a chicken because I know that they're from dinosaurs, but my real favorite type, I really like I like the velociraptors because they're just little dudes that are angry.
Have you seen all the Jurassic Park movies?
No, I have not got to see all of them. I know that the velociraptors are very plot heavy in one of them. Most of them?
On all of them.
All of them. Okay, I didn't know that. I've only known the one that I had seen, but I like them because they seem like they're little yelly guys. That's not a professional answer at all, but that's my opinion of them. They always seem like they're screaming, and I like that. Because me too.
All right, thank you for letting me ask my question.
Of course! Thank you for asking.
Little dudes is the last thing I would expect after watching the Jurassic Park movies.
I don't know why, but they're like
So
angry little
violent.
dudes. But they're violent, angry little dudes. It just speaks to me. Hello!
Hi, Tina.
Hi!
Oh my god, I'm so nervous, but
No,
okay.
you got this.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm a very big fan of yours. I love the
you.
videos with you and the entire of the Sumeru cast.
Thank you.
My question isn't Genshin related
That's
either,
okay.
but
That's okay.
I want to know, how did you become friends with the Sumeru cast and start hanging out and playing games with them? Like,
Yeah.
how did it happen?
To be honest, I feel like it happened very organically. So I'm not in LA. So I'm not like physically around the cast members. Originally I had become friends with Kelsey, who voices Yao Yao, because we both are remote. I became very good friends with Ash just because we had the exact same sense of humor. And then Danny and I became close very quickly because I think we might be the same person, Danny Chambers. I'm pretty sure we like all the same stuff. But it really, as silly as it sounds, came down to one of us reaching out to the other at some point on Twitter or X because we were mutuals, because we were in the same game, and like checking in, seeing how things were, and we all just ended up vibing really well. When we all started streaming, we started reaching out to everybody in the cast if anybody would stream with us, and I feel like very organically we all ended up becoming pretty good friends. Or at least in like the coworker friend sense. I am close to some people a little bit more than others just because I talk to them more, but I love everybody in the cast. Everybody's so sweet. But it definitely was just through wanting to stream, and then we all found out that all of us are absolute chaotic gremlins. And that was enough to fuel our friendship. Mutual chaos, I think, is my official answer.
Embrace the chaos.
Yeah. I'm gonna say us being like, we streamed together once for like a big Sumeru thing to see like how it would go, and then we were like, oh wait, this was fun. Huh, interesting. And then I feel like we became friends. I've done a couple cons with like Nazi, for example, and Alejandro, so that was good to get to see them in person a little bit more. I was friends with Nazi before Genshin. I think our basis of becoming friends literally was just, hey, I'm also Middle Eastern. Cool. And then we became friends. So, very weird reasoning, but it worked for us. So I like to troll Nazi on the internet. And that is why, if anybody has seen this or have not, I'll just post it again. I cosplayed Nazi for his birthday. And I made my boyfriend take pictures of me dressed as Nazi. And it was a very weird bonding experience. So yeah, I don't know, chaos. It's all chaos. It all comes back to we're all chaotic.
Okay, thank you for your answers.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for asking.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the future content.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Hello.
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
So I have a question to ask.
Yes.
Other than voice acting, what do you like to do? And do you have any similarities with Best Girl Collei?
So I think that I have a very introverted, extroverted personality. I feel like I'm good at like putting it on for stuff like this, but like at my core, I'm pretty shy. Which sounds so fake, but I swear I'm anxious right now, like my hands are shaking. So I feel like I relate to Collei with that, where like I really always want to put my best foot forward, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. I think that her and I, unfortunately, share medical trauma, which is not the fun part, but it has helped me connect to her. And for stuff I like to do, I play way too many farming sims, as I said in the beginning of this chat. Way too many farming sims. It's a problem. a lot of JRPGs. I really love video games and getting lost in the story. I draw not well. Mostly can only draw Kirby if we're being specific. But I do like to doodle and draw because that's really fun. And I write. This is so. Oh my gosh, I sound like a little like cliche, but I like to write poetry and it's fun. And I sing, but I'm too nervous to put that into the universe. So the only singing anybody probably will hear from me is if I have to sing in character. And yeah, what else? Do I do anything else? Oh my gosh. Besides, I don't think I do a lot. I like hiking. I do hike. And I like my dog.
That's so cute. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking.
Having a dog is such a good hobby.
It is, my whole hobby is just dog. Is that?
My job is dog parent. My hobby is dog.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what it is. He's so my partner and I sing a song to him. He's like a big dog, but he's very babyish. So we sing a song called Big and Baby. So that's his theme song is Big and Baby. Thank you. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh fuck, nervousness. Okay.
No, you got this. I'm nervous too, so you're fine.
As a VA, do you commonly get recognized by your voice?
Sometimes I've had it happen more at like very specific locations. Like if it's a game store, I think people will put it together. I did my worst, and I mean worst time I've ever been recognized is I was at like a regular event with friends, and I was recognized for a bad reason. I sing a lot of nursery rhymes, as I was saying, for like the channels how do I say this? Plop your kids down in front of, so like they'll listen and have fun and listen to the songs. And a mom came up to me and was like, "Do you sing nursery rhymes?" And I was like, "Oh, I do, yeah." And she was like, "My kid won't shut them off." And I was like, "Oh, okay, bye-bye. No, thank you." So that was not the best moment. But every once in a while, or people will look at me funny and go, "You have a high-pitched voice. Do you do a voiceover?" So very, very hit or miss. If I get recognized for that. Definitely location dependent. And then sometimes I'll literally like buy like a Collei merch like at an artist alley, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I love Collei," and they're like, "Yeah, she's so cute," and I'm like, do I say that I voiced her?" They're like, "Oh, okay," and I'm like, "Okay, thank you, goodbye. Here's my money," and I run away and like a little bit of shame because I feel like it's weird to say, but I don't know what else to say, and then I buy way too many things. Yeah.
All right, thank you for answering.
Of course.
Not the nursery rhyme.
Oh my gosh, I was
Cocomelon. Like,
yeah, this lady
children.
was like so genuinely mad at me, and I felt so bad because I was like, well, yes.
There was like a ton of that when Let It Go came out, and like
No.
still now the children just won't shut up.
I cannot even explain. I used to be a children's entertainer, actually, some Tina Lore. And I dressed as fairies and like little cute things because again I'm 5 feet. And no matter what, I was like, I come in dressed as like a happy flower fairy, and they're like, "Do you know Let It Go?" I'm like, "Yes," and they're like, "Sweet, let's sing it." Okay, and the next day to be like, "And I'm a unicorn princess," and they're like, "Unicorn princess, do you know Let It Go?"
Oh my gosh.
And I could not escape Let It Go for like a year.
Weaponized children. They're weaponizing the children.
Yes, yeah, I could not escape Let It Go. I have sung Let It Go so many times.
I hate to admit that I'm part of the problem, even though I was like way too old to be part of the Let It Go fad. I am a huge fan of Frozen. It's my favorite movie. I'm going to see Idina Menzel later this year, and like I will be there.
I love that.
Helping it out.
Heck yeah! No, I like Let It Go. I just have sung it like 355 times in various dresses. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
No, you got this. Again, I'm nervous too, so you're totally fine. Like I said, I'm rambling. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, so my question is, do you have like a funny or memorable moment from being the cast of Collei?
Oh, I think my funniest moment is probably when I had to hit mute and like scream about Collei because they asked me what happened and I was like, I dropped my phone and just lied. But I also had the moment where I unfortunately broke character, and I forget what the question really was, but there was something like they were fact checking why she was saying a line. The director is very good at wanting to understand the character, which I love. I love when people actually care about what they're doing. But he was like, "Oh, I don't really know the reference," and I was like, "I know the this." And then also, there's this part in the story, and then she also, and I just went on for like 5 minutes, and they were like, "Okay, cool." So that's when they were like, "Oh, you like Genshin?" And I was like, "Oh, no." No. I read that on Wikipedia once in passing, maybe. So that was very silly. And we have a lot of fun in sessions, honestly. Everybody lets me rant about Collei, which I really appreciate. Yeah, but I think that was my top ridiculous moment. Because I really went on I think I told them her entire backstory, and they were like, "Cool, I guess I don't have to ask then." Anyway. So, you know.
Thank you for answering the question.
Of course. Thank you for asking.
Oh. Well. Hello. Hopefully we should be returning momentarily. Thank you everyone that submitted questions and is asking questions. What's up? Oh, we are all back. We're back.
There we go. Okay, I literally wrote "let me in." I think I all caps. I'm out of the box. Okay, I'm back. Hi.
We're back.
Woo! Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
No,
you got this.
Hi. I'm Miko. I'm trying to get into the voice acting industry, and I was also the promotional artist for this event.
Yeah.
So I have 2 questions, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the first one is, what's your favorite plant?
Ooh, we have a plant in our yard actually, and it's called like the bleeding heart flower, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. And my Siftu had planted them when I was very young, and they're still there. So that is probably my favorite plant or flower in general. But from like an herbalist view, because I did take herbalist classes, woohoo, I love the versatility of chamomile and lavender. Awesome. And because they taste yummy, which is good. You cannot eat the flower I mentioned. It is poisonous. Do not eat it. But, you know.
Good to know. I just looked up. The bleeding hearts are very pretty.
Yeah, they're really cool. They legitimately look like little hearts. And I used to be obsessed with them as a kid. And they're just beautiful, but not edible. Not edible. So lavender wins there.
My second question was, it's linked to a previous one that was asked.
Yeah.
But when you were starting out, how were you able to exactly get an agent and get yourself out there?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of it from like it may be different. I think that if you're like physically in a voiceover hub, but coming from like a remote place, something that I thought was really helpful for me was that agents will actually have classes, and you can take classes and read in front of these agents and get live feedback and kind of learn what they're looking for, and connect with them on that level. Because I think a big thing that we miss out being remote is putting a face to a name. So when you take a class, it'll be on Zoom, and they'll give you a copy, and you'll get to read and perform this copy for this agent. And if they like you, you can, reach out to them and say, I took your class, it was really helpful. Usually they'll give their email, which you don't always get from agents as well, and you'll be able to kind of like nurture that relationship. That is what I personally did. I took classes with agents until I found an agency home. So that would be my advice for when you're at the point where you feel confident and ready to take classes with agents. Before agency classes, I always say do casting director classes because it gets you, their feedback is a little more geared towards acting, and they'll kind of guide you in the right direction of your performance so you're ready for those agency classes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Of course, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for that. Also, Miko's art is currently being displayed with the cauliflower that we saw earlier.
Oh wait, that's
very
so
cute. That was the artist. So thank you for that art. So cute.
I love it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness.
The little Collei podcast.
I love that one. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hi. I'm Carrie. I'm gonna apologize now. I'm sick.
No
so,
worries. Feel better.
I have a friend. I had one of my friends that wanted to ask this question, but she's not on the server. So,
Gotcha.
How were your auditions? Like, how did those go?
Oh, like for Genshin specifically?
Just like
in general. Okay. So I kind of touched on this a little bit when I was talking about Genshin. When you audition for something like a video game, animation's a little more bold and they'll kind of trust you with things sometimes, but video games always have code names, and you won't really know what you're auditioning for. They'll give you sometimes an art, which is really helpful, but usually they'll include a breakdown about the character, what they like, what they don't like, and then a little bit of background, and they'll put like, we're imagining a mid to high pitch voice with a little bit of a nasally quality. Here's a reference of a thing we like, or if it's localization, here's the Japanese or Korean or Chinese version. We'd like you to be similar to that, or we'd like you to not be similar. Like they'll give you little notes, and then you will do your best to figure out what the heck they actually mean. And there's a 50-50% chance that they ask for what they actually want, which is horrible, but it is so true, because I have auditioned for things where they're like high-pitched baby, and I'm like, okay, here's high-pitched baby, and then the final project is like deep, hot, sexy woman, and you're like, what? You said high-pitched baby! What do you mean? How'd you get hot lady from that? So sometimes they'll tell you to do 2 takes, and my personal thing is now I'll do exactly what they ask for on the first take, and my second take is what I think maybe they might mean instead, like what they might do to trick me. And that is my best like audition process advice, is like do exactly what they ask for, and if you're allowed a second take, do whatever you think they might trick you with. That sounds so mean, and I know they're not trying to trick us, they just don't know what they want, but that's how I approach stuff.
I also have like another part to the question.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Did you like really want to be Collei? And if so, was there like a reason for it?
I tried to detach myself from Genshin because I was very afraid if I liked it, I wouldn't get to like read for it. Of the characters I read for, I did not know it was Collei. But like of their descriptions, the one that ended up being Collei is who I did relate to the most, because their notes were like nervous energy, sickly, which made me feel great about myself, but tired but doing their best, putting on an act to be happy. And it was just like a character that I was like, oh, I really feel like I can connect to what this one is. For Collei specifically, I actually auditioned with the kidney stone, surprise. And I almost didn't read for her. I read for like everybody else in the packet, and Collei was the last one on the packet, I think, or whoever ended up being Leafy, whatever their fake name was the last one. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll do that. I'm really tired. And when I got in the session, they legitimately were like, you know what we really liked about your audition? How like uncomfortable you sounded. You sounded like you were really good at acting like sick. And I was like, yes. Acting. That was acting. I did not take pain medicine. No, acting. Thank you for noticing. And it was so awkward, and I literally didn't know what to do. Like, yeah, you sounded really sick and hurt. It was really good. And I was like, cool. Thank you. Because I didn't think it sounded like that at all. I thought it sounded really good. But it ended up being, which is exactly my other point. You literally don't know what they want. So it worked out, but like kind of by accident. If I wanted to read her first, and I was like, no, I'll save the one I want the most for last. And then by the time I got through, I was like, oh, I have to do it. Okay, fine. And it was probably the role I put the least thought into, only because I already felt like I related to it, so I didn't have to like imagine myself in the story as much as the other characters with the stories they painted. So it was like all a happy accident, to be honest. But I definitely would love to book more things that I think I'm right for originally, and maybe not have kidney stones during them would be good.
Well, thank you for answering my question.
Yeah!
Have a wonderful.
You too. Thank you so much.
Kidney stones always come at the worst time.
Oh my gosh,
They
they
know.
really do.
They
Oh,
know.
they do know. They do know. They're like, oh, you have a thing to do?
Hello?
What if it hurt? Hello!
OMG, I'm so nervous. Sorry. I
No,
love.
you got this.
Okay, I just want to say that I love Collei. I'm like the same exact way. I ran to Collei about my friend so much because she's like my favorite character. I relate to her
Yeah.
so much. But I hope this isn't breaking one of the rules since I wasn't exactly sure because it's
Yeah.
kind of like the Genshin rule. But is Collei gonna play like a major part in the story in the future? I'm just wondering because I love
Yeah.
to see Collei content all the time. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally blunt with you. I know nothing. Nobody tells us anything. That is the
Okay.
true, honest answer, and I'm not even saying that to be like NDA. They literally don't even give you the opportunity to keep the NDA because they just don't tell you until
Okay.
you're there.
All right.
But I agree. I want more Collei very badly because I love her.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I was wondering. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I hope you have a great day.
You
I
too.
love you. I love your Collei voice. It's so cute.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, legitimately, they tell me nothing. I couldn't even be like, no, it's not allowed because I don't know.
They don't even
They've
have,
already
they
thought
don't
of
even
that.
tell you the name of the game.
No, they're so secretive. And legitimately, if I do like a part, it's like there'll be stuff online that like the next story
Hello.
part is hello, how are ya?
Okay, I'm doing good. I have one question before.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to record this moment right here or now? Or
There will be a recording be posted on YouTube afterwards, so don't worry, you'll be able to hear it
okay.
later. But
Okay,
please leave the
so-
recording to the staff.
Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna explain my situation right now. I'm currently making a game for my finals, and I would just like to ask if you could just endorse it, like say the name of the game and like say, oh, this game is great. That's all. It's more of a question than a question.
And it's for finals, like for school.
Yeah, finals for school. Yeah.
Okay. I can't do it in a Collei voice. It's the one thing because I'll get fired.
Okay. It's okay. Of course. So the name of the game is Royal Chemi.
Royal Chemi.
Yeah.
Give Royal Chemi an A. They worked really hard, and the game is probably super cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much. My
Yeah.
teammates will be very ecstatic about this.
I hope that you get a really good grade.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And hopefully you have a wonderful day as well.
You too. Thank you.
All right, that's all. Thank you. How do
Now I feel like we have to play it.
I know. Oh, also, chat's like just fired. No, it is just fired. I'm not kidding, y'all. They they are not playing at all. I've been told a lot that yeah, I like my job. Thank you. As you hear me drinking a Red Bull, that was not water. I wish I could say that was water. Don't be
All
mean.
right. We have 2 more people coming up onto the stage that would be
Woohoo!
picked. So get ready for those 2 questions. After that, you're gonna speed run the Q&A channel, so you can start perusing that
Okay, cool.
after
Wait.
these 2 next people.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, sorry if my mic is kind of bad.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. How are ya?
My friend just asked me if I can talk for her since she's shy and all.
Yeah.
Her question is, what are the hardships on voice acting a certain character and all? What are the hardships?
Yeah. So for certain characters, so I think everything has its own experience. So for example, a game like Genshin is very physical because we have to do attack lines. And that could be really taxing as like a disabled voice actor because you throw your whole body into those lines. I actually admittedly had the opposite problem with Genshin because I went way too intense. So like Collei's lines, as people know, are really cute. They're like, ta, yeah, ha. I did not get that memo. So my first takes for me going, yeah! And I sounded like young Link. And they were like, hey, can we bring this back to Collei maybe a little bit and not this small boy? So that was a bit silly, but was something new for me because I hadn't done a lot of video games at that point. I had done a lot of small projects. Genshin was the biggest thing I had done, and it totally changed my life, but I had not been in that environment. Cookie Run was a bit of a challenge as well because the character, my natural voice is up here, so Collei's very close to my natural voice, but mozzarella cookies down here, and I had to make sure I could maintain talking like this and be sassy and fun, but not get too high when she's like excited. So there's all different hardships and challenges for every single role, and a lot of it is also making sure you can find a way to relate to the character, even if it's not necessarily something you relate to. You need to find a way to connect it so that the audience can hear that character live rather than be read off of a page.
Thank you very much.
Of
Hope
course!
you have a good day.
You too, thank you!
So what you're saying was that you're really projecting that small.
Oh yeah. No, it's like
gonna happen.
Clearly what I wanted, but legit, like they were like, do Ta, and I was like, Ta, and they were like, what? No, in Collei's voice. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I've never done this. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Tina.
Hi.
First, I just want to say, big fan, and you're really a really good voice actor. I really like your character.
Thank you.
While I tried to C6 Collei and ended up with 3 Sinos, so I want to request you to tell me your best top 3 Sino jokes.
Oh no, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna sound like Collei here. I ignore the Sino joke because Alejandro says them during a stream so much, and I just tune them out. Because I'm a really good friend. I know he says the wasabi thing, and I don't know if that's a Sino joke or an Alejandro joke, but that lives in my brain. They're like, the wasabi is in my head forever. Cauliflower, when they called her cauliflower in the English dub for a Windbloom, was actually because of me. Because I call her cauliflower so much during the sessions that the localization people put cauliflower into it, and that was really cool. So that was not a Sino original, that was a Tina original. Thank you. Oh man, I really do tune them all out. I'm terrible. I could do like a dad joke.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Give us your best dad joke.
Okay, when is a car not a car? When it turns into a driveway. Sorry.
Oh my god, that's actually good.
Thank you.
You got the Collei cringe for that one.
It was a little cringy. Sorry.
That's really good. Thank you so much for answering, and just want to say you're true inspiration.
Oh,
Thank
thank you so much.
So I think that's going to be it for this portion of the vocal Q&A. So I'll give you a chance to look over the Collei VA Q&A channel, and you can pick.
Do I just pick? Okay.
Whatever you'd like.
Oh no, should I just go from the top? I'm just gonna go from the top.
The top is very far away. There's a lot of scrolling.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this is one from the top. Do you like Collei's signature meal, the pita pockets? Yes, and I actually went on a rant about pita pockets to the director and the staff because I make them, and I was like, "Hey, I did that first!" And they were like, "Okay." I thought it was funny. They might have thought I was a little weird, but I had a good time with that. What are your thoughts about Sucrose and Collei, their interaction? I thought it was amazing, and it made me cry, and I had to pause recording because I cried. Favorite team in Genshin? I have a team called the Cutie Squad. It's just characters I think are cute. There is no synergy at all, but I like them. Their characters. Well, no, there's a little because there's Nilou and Collei. It's characters my friends voice that I think are cute. That's the entire squad. I did answer. So which other characters did you read for Genshin? I didn't know who anybody was, but I read for the entire packet. So I'm glad that I did get picked for something. That was a weird laugh because I'm dehydrated. Don't be me. Don't drink Red Bull before you do a Q&A. Who is your favorite character you voiced? It is a tie between our lovely cauliflower, and I also voiced Nana in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, and she is a gremlin. And in Mozzarella Cookie, all of my characters are babies to me. They're my children. So the least favorite character you voiced, I don't have one. I love them all. They are my children. Sorry, I can't pick a favorite child. It seems illegal. How's your experience with the other voice actors, and who's most similar to their character? Everybody I've met has been super nice. I think Alejandro is the most like Sino because he makes the dad jokes. I don't know if he'll like that answer, but that's my official answer. Sorry, Alejandro. Have you ever had to voice any weird lines? Yeah. I'm in a game called Path to Nowhere, and I love it. But the character is this character Serpent, and some of her lines are way up here when she's faking, but her regular voice is here. And there's one, it's not really weird, but it was different for me. And she goes, "If you treat me like a pet, it won't end well." And it totally, like, I don't know. I think not weird. I feel like a badass, but it was cool. What is my favorite detail about Collei? I love everything about her. Sorry, that's the easy answer, but she is my baby. How did you get your job at me voicing? Okay, so the Hoyo voice question comes up a lot. We literally, I'm not even kidding, don't know what we're auditioning for. My best advice with that is like the playable characters go to agents. And that is how you get to read for those. I don't know how they cast anything else. I'm not gonna lie, but like a lot of their games will go to agencies. If you can guess what they are. I just saw the Mozzarella Brave, and that is horrifying. So thank you for showing me that image. That's cool. And I can't see the chat while I'm doing this, so I hope you're all saying nice things and not being mean to me because I am sensitive. Do you main Collei? Yes, of course. I'm trying to actually do like a physical Collei build. I want her to be ridiculous. That's my goal. I want to do. I want to have a machine gun. That's my dream. Because I think it'd be really funny. Someone had talked about, Collei being a comfort character for them as a disabled cosplayer, and I just want to say that means the world genuinely. And they had asked the challenges of getting into voiceover when disabled, and I think I touched base on that, so hopefully that answer was helpful. Okay, this is not a Collei question, but I think it's important, and it's how to been diagnosed with like hypermobility EDS, and it's not rude, so don't apologize for that. But as someone who does have hypermobility EDS, just letting your friend know that they are always welcome, even if they can't make plans, is probably one of the kindest thing I feel that someone can do for me. Because I cancel a lot because I don't feel well, but knowing I'm still welcomed really helps me feel confident still that we are still friends. How did you become so talented? You're so sweet. I have no idea, and if I'm being really honest about myself, I actually was legitimately dropped on my head when I was a child. So I don't know if that helped or hurt me, but that is my lore. When I was one-ish and a baby carrier, the baby carrier broke. So yeah. Yeah. With that context, have you encountered other people relating to the character like this? Yes, I've noticed a lot of characters. Oh my gosh, let me try this sentence again. I've noticed a lot of people from all different backgrounds relating to Collei, and that really makes my heart full. Especially like I myself relate to her with wishing for a better personality. I think my personality is okay, but I get very anxious. My anxiety habit is that I talk, so nobody knows I'm anxious. Have you voiced any NPCs? No. Hoyoverse, hire me as a boy. Okay. Just putting that out there right now.
Give me a voice.
Let me voice a boy. Okay. That's how that works, right? You just scream into the ether.
Into the universe and they'll hear it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm doing. If I were to change one thing about Collei, no, absolutely not. She's an angel. But I really do want a manga skin. That would be my personal dream. Okay, the one about singing, I'm gonna be honest to you, if you called now. I'm waiting for a video to come out, but it's me singing about being a princess, and it's ridiculous, and I will post that and I will share that with you guys. My little children's songs that I sing when they're released. There's a few of them. There's one about being a princess, but it's really old. But I've also sung about, brushing your teeth and other child activities. So I will I will.
Teeth is for all ages. Please brush your teeth. No matter how old you are.
That's true. So I'll find my little silly songs that I've got to sing.
Please shower and brush your teeth, gamers. This is important.
What are your personal strategies when playing Genshin? None. That's so bad. I just play who I think is cute, and I throw the boomerang a lot because I think it's funny. My one real, I guess, gamer move is I always try to have a fast character that I can swap to from Collei, so I can run away from the boomerang to hit the most people. That's my pro gamer move. Collei and I have a lot of similarities. My reaction, I cried. It's normal, you know. Some people audition for a certain character and end up getting accepted for a different character. Yeah, so that happens a lot in voice acting. So a lot of times they will give you a sheet of characters to read for, and anything, games, shows, and then you might be a one-off character instead of a main character, but you booked that off of the voice you did. It didn't fit that character. That's actually what happened to me with Yu-Gi-Oh! I have no idea who I auditioned for. My memory is that's not even ND. Have the memory of a goldfish, which is really great for voice acting. By the way, you can't break your NDAs if you don't remember that you were cast. But I read for somebody else, and then literally 6 months later, I got cast as Nana for an arc, and at that point I forgot I auditioned. So I was like, "Why are you emailing me? Who are you?" And I thought it was a scam. So that was embarrassing, but it was real. So that is pretty cool. Voice another character. Boys, annoying boys. Don't have a favorite. They're all my children. So this is interesting. Who's your favorite voice actor you work with? I have never worked with anybody. It's always by myself. Anything I've ever done is me talking to myself. Which is weird, but a lot of remote, you will not. I think sometimes they do an ensemble casting in person, or an ensemble cast for a TV show, but because I work in games, they'll play you the other voice, and you won't even know who's cast. Or the director will read it to you. And you're like, okay, I guess they sound like a, middle-aged man, and then you're like, oh no, it's a 5-year-old. So that's always fun. No, I did not play Genshin. You have my lore. Do I play Genshin myself? Now I do, yes. I'm outside of Inazuma, and then I abandoned the game for games. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start streaming for accountability, actually, so that I finish and get to Genshin. Because what basically happened is Collei came out. I played privately before Collei was out to try to get there, and I did not get there at all, not even kind of. And Collei came out, and I literally skipped everything, ran to Sumeru, got her the stupid mushrooms that she needs, And then that was it. That was my activity. And I avoided every single story thing. Because I'm really good at games. If I had a chance to eat Collei's signature dish, would you like it? Yes. Because I cook that all the time for myself. Would I listen to Sino's jokes or explore the desert? I would go to the desert with Sino. I think dad jokes are funny. Is that not normal? I think they're funny. I think Sino's jokes are funny. When Danny talked about eating cabbage raw, I agreed with Danny. It's not any because I was being nice, but I said that was cool. I don't really care. I've had cabbage raw. It's good.
Also in coleslaw. Raw cabbage is in coleslaw.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a normal thing to eat raw.
Yeah, so I did not have. I mean, I laughed at everybody freaking out, but I agreed with Danny ultimately. I will probably agree with Danny on everything, though. Danny is one of my very close friends, and yeah, I got Danny's back. Don't worry. We played. There's a few streams of playing Genshin together, and it's horrible because neither of us are very good. But there's one where we did the child boss, and we were not ready at all. And Danny died and left me alone as Collei only for the rest of the boss. And I just ran around. I won. I was very proud of myself, but it was just me literally running for my life as only Collei because the other characters had died. I felt very betrayed, but that's fine. I relate to Collei. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love Alejandro. Alejandro's hilarious. Very funny. He bribed my boyfriend with candy to take a picture with us once, and that made me laugh. My boyfriend is very camera shy. And we all took a picture together at a con, and Alejandro went and bought him a reward. And I thought that was hysterical. And I let him know I was not buying him reward after. I am friends with Kelly Baskin. I love Kelly. What would you think Collei's drink would be? A mocktail, because she's a baby. Or she's a baby to me. She's my daughter. I don't know. They call her like a Shirley Temple. Is that is that sad? I like Shirley Temple. They're delicious. What is my favorite show that changed you as a person? Oh, Sailor Moon. I really loved, and Cardcaptor Sakura helped me feel more empowered. Yeah, those are.
Oh
those
my
are so
god,
good.
you said Sailor Moon. Okay,
Yeah,
that changed me as a person too.
Right,
Bye.
I
I'm
love.
deceased.
Yeah, Sailor Moon was so good, and there was such like a you have the power even if you're scared kind of like vibe, and I really liked that. Also, you know, I'm Pan, and I'm gonna probably say Sailor Moon helped me with that too. For being honest,
No one came out of Sailor Moon straight. Just putting that.
Yeah. No, I don't know if there's
You did
anybody that really
not.
did. Did they? No, I don't think so. Because I did not.
No one did.
No, I did not at all. When doing a script for an event, do you sometimes think of the voice lines that are used? Like, do you on occasion speculate where the character would be? So they actually describe to us, not all games, but Genshin's really good at being like, something the director Chris does that's really helpful is he explains literally everything that's happening before your voice line. And I really like that. Because sometimes you'll get a video game, it's happened to me multiple times, and there are lines, and they're like, okay, go. And you're like, but what's happening? They're like, I don't know. Go. It's awful and so scary. And then you hear them in the trailer and you're like, oh no, they're actually underwater. I screamed that at the top of my lungs and nobody said no. What do you mean? So it's really, it depends on the thing. Do people say my name wrong? Some people say Asaf, as if. So it's Christina Costello. That's my mom's maiden name. But my mom also let people say Asif because it was like the 80s in Massachusetts, and that's a Boston accent, so I think she gave up. So I don't know if it's necessarily wrong, but it's been said with a very thick Boston accent. So we do not, this is a good one. Why did I decide to voice for Collei? So we don't decide at all. I think it's really important to know, like, when you are getting into voice acting, you will never, ever, 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 literally ever have a say of what you book. You can pray and you can hope, But you will never, ever, ever have a say, and it's a little sad because I've definitely read for stuff where I'm like, I love this character, and then they're like, and now you're a shoe in that world, and you're like, cool, thanks, neat, I love that for me. But it's always fun to get to play, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Any cons coming up? I don't know. Please request me at cons. Please request me. Please request me. Please request me at cons. I would like to travel. I would like to meet people. But if people don't request me, then the cons don't request me. And then I sit at my house. And I like my house. I like my house, but not. I would like to go to cons because I'd like to meet people. So please request me. If you go to the con, they'll usually have a section for guests or a contact form, and you can request me by name and tell them that I'm really nice and that they should have me go and that I won't cause any problems for anybody. And I won't. I'm pretty nice. I think that's true. How does it feel to have your voice in a game? Weird. Weird. I actually grew up hating my voice. I don't like my voice. That is a weird fact. I thought my voice was too high-pitched, and I thought it was weird. And then I found voice acting, and I was like, ha-ha! This is a good time to have a weird voice. Because weird and unique voices are what book. Because they want it to be a unique character. And it gave me an appreciation for my voice that I did not have. But going into voice acting, I hated my voice. So, you too can change if you voice act and feel good about yourself. But when so Collei's voice lines, you know how they have idle lines? She'll say an idle line and they're always very depressing. I love Collei, but they're basically I should be dead because I love my girl, but she is depressing. And she'll say something about being sad or not feeling well, and because Collei really is my natural speaking voice, I'm losing my voice from talking so much, but she's very close to my natural speaking voice. My boyfriend will be in the other room and go, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, it's Collei. It's not me." And he's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "No, it's not something I made up. It's in the game. Come look at the game. It's not me." But that has happened many times with Collei, specifically saying something depressing and him being like, "Tina, are you all right?" And I'm like, "No, it's Collei." Do you have any Collei build and team? So my Collei build right now is a sack build because I like to throw the boomerang, and I wanted an extra boomerang. My entire team is around me throwing the boomerang. I like her with Kaching a lot though because they have the little auras, the Electro aura and the Dendra aura. I think she'd work with Kuki too, but those are the characters I tend to use, and then everybody else is just who I like. And then sometimes I play really stupid builds for no reason, where Collei is just filled with extra boomerangs and nobody else makes sense at all. It's Nilu and Collei and Yao Yao, and I'm just gonna cause a lot of chaos.
The real Genshin endgame.
Yeah, it's just me running around with the boomerang trying to explode the blooms and not die. That's basically how I play Collei. Yeah, that's it. That's my Collei playing. And I play Fischl a lot because Brittany is an angel, and I feel like that's enough for me to want to play. What other games for Game Boy Advance besides Hamtaro? That's fair. Okay, but Ham Heartbreak is really good. I'm just gonna put that out there. Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland. I love Kirby. If you have seen me on Twitter, you've probably seen me rant about Kirby. I'm literally wearing a Kirby bathrobe, right now. I love Kirby. Any of the Kirby games. And I really love the Sonic Advance games. I forgot about them and started playing them again, and oh my gosh, are they fun. And Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because the Pokemon can follow you. And I think that's cute. Which is not a good answer, I guess, but I like it.
We're simple people. We just want pets.
Yeah, exactly. I really like cute stuff. I'm very, I like really, really, really depressing JRPGs, or I'm like, it's a bunny! And that... Those are my two gaming moods. I have, one of my friends and I constantly talk about, what games we're playing. And I have, a before-bed game and then, a regular game. So I've been playing Harvestella during the day because that game has a good story and is depressing. But at night, it's Hamtaro. And before stressful activities, it's Hamtaro. Hamtaro keeps me going. Oh no, please don't be mad at me. I haven't looked at anybody's kits that's currently out. I fell really behind, and then I got really into Hamtaro. So you guys will have to keep me accountable with pulling new characters for anything else when I start playing Genshin again. I have like a little ping tuber, or I don't know how you say words, I'm sorry. But I named her Teeny Tina, and it's like a little chibi me, so that she can be in my place. And I'm going to try to play through Genshin, and realistically, I'm probably going to try to find a way to play Hamtaro computer too, because that's what I do. For a school report, okay. When do you need a home studio? If you were voice acting from home at all, you need a home studio. If you're going to do any remote recording. If you're doing just auditions, it doesn't necessarily matter because you're going to go in studio. But if you are going to be a remote voice actor, you need a studio. For best quality audio, you want to focus on your space. I had a double-walled booth built so that audio would not like bounce back. But when people start out, a lot of times they'll use a closet because it's like already a room in a room. And you want to make sure that it's treated properly so that you don't have echoes, because echoes will be what people spot in your audio the most because they sound weird. You don't have to get the most expensive microphones when you're starting out. Don't do that. Don't listen to anybody that says to do that. At some point, you want to work your way up to an expensive mic, but I like used what I had until they told me no, because I am cheap. And then I only got the mic I have, which is a Neumann 103, because it is a tax write-off. Yes. I believe in honesty here. I got it because I knew it would be a tax write-off, and I knew I needed it, but it being able to be written off was very much written for me. Oh, the Thunder Pulse. I see the thing. Who do you mean? I literally mean Collei. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do Collei and Amber together. I forced myself to get good at Amber because I felt like lore reasons. I needed a lore team too. I have the Thundering Pulse. I have not put it on Collei. I have her with the sack, but I had heard that the Thundering Pulse was good. I have Fischl running the Thundering Pulse. See, I know a little tiny bit about Genshin sometimes. But I think that's a really good weapon, and I don't know anything else about it other than I gave it to Fischl. Sorry. Because I'm smart. Collei Amber doll. I love it. I have multiple. I have like 3 Collei Ambas. Collei Ambas. Is that bad? I really do. I have so many of them. I have one that was like handmade. I have 2 plushies, and then I have like a purse. What goes through your mind when you find people cosplaying your characters online or at a con? I love it. It makes me want to cry. It's really cool, and it makes me feel like I have touched somebody like emotionally, which means a lot to me. I have a Collei cosplay. It is collecting dust because I live in Massachusetts, and that girl's dress has no back. And it's cold. But I have like a bow and everything. I'm not even kidding. Like, I have a cosplay to go. I just needed it to not be cold or windy. Please. Soon, maybe. Collei line is cringe. Favorite out of the Sumeru crew. It's Collei. Sorry. I know that wasn't an option, but she's the baby. No. Sino's really funny. I love I'll hate them, but I think it's because he's such a close friend of mine, so I feel like that's bias. So, but I'll hate them as sassy, and Z is sassy, and I like that mix. Collei will wear modern clothes. I would want her to dress like me, because I wear all Sanrio merch. And curvy. I think that she'd be, but I think she'd look so cute in like a little Karopi outfit. Warm-ups before auditioning. Yes, you should always warm up before you record or audition. Vocal warm-ups are really important because you hear how my voice is giving out. That's because I didn't warm up. And if I was doing a session, they'd be like, "Oh, go take your break. You sound like a squeaky now." And that would be inconvenient for them and would make me look bad. But because to you guys, I like to think that you don't care that I'm squeaky. And if you do, please don't tell me, because I'll be sad. Do I think? I don't know anything about Genshin other than what I play. I don't know the late game because I'm in Inazuma. So I feel like I can't have any opinions because I'm not even like on the I don't think I can say anything about late game because I'm so not there. But I like it so far because I just run around and do side quests. That's what I do in every game, though. If you had any characters that you would like Collei to become friends with, everybody. I think that she should be like the Sumeru ambassador, and she should travel everywhere, and everybody should love her because I love her. That's not a good reason, but that is the reason I have. I love her, and I think that she should be friends with everyone. Simple. No, I'd like her to be Farina because I feel like Farina has been through a lot, and I feel like they would trauma bond. And I also have a team called Therapy Team going where it's Dara and Collei. And I played a stream with Anne who voices Raiden, and we had her play her character, and I had Skara and Collei, and it was them going to therapy. It was very unhinged. So that's a team I run, the therapy squad, which is probably not good. Most difficult thing about being a voice actor, you deal with rejection every single day, all day. I'm not even joking. You don't see the rejection, but you know what's happening because you're not booking the thing. And getting into the mindset that it's okay, as somebody who kind of struggles a little bit with like rejection sensitivity, has been kind of a challenge for me. I'm not even joking. Get a therapist. I'm like, for real. It has helped me so much with voice acting and like accepting things I cannot control. That was me drinking actual water. I just out of my so everybody, I drink water. Did you have anyone that you looked up to when you were at your sickest, like a Collei looks up to Amber? My mom. That sounds really cliche, but I was like 16 and I was told I was going to die. And my mom looked me in the eye and said, "No, you're not." And I said, "Okay, no, I'm not." And that really motivated me a lot to stick around. My mom is fully Lebanese, and there's one thing about Lebanese women is that we are incredibly stubborn. So her stubbornness really led me to be as tough as I am. Favorite animal? Panda. Pandas. I love pandas. I've collected pandas since I was a child. There was a point in my life that my mom calls a horrible time where I had 400 panda bears because everybody just gave me pandas for every birthday and Christmas and everything because they didn't know what to get me. We have donated the pandas since, but I had so many pandas. It was a problem because nobody knew what to get me for anything. So they get like little cheap panda plushies. And I still have a few of them because I have a lot of plushies. What do you do when you don't want to know something? Sigh no. Get it? Say no. That's adorable. I like that. Any voice lines you had difficulty? Her yelling no, don't touch me because I have medical trauma PTSD. I had to take a break after that section. I was very upfront with everybody that I had, like medical trauma, so everybody was really kind. That was really high for me. That was really hard. It was a hard time. But I feel like it also made for like an on, which is really important. Do you have any tips on controlling your voice? And I sound deeper. Yeah. I think that a lot of it genuinely is doing vocal exercises to keep your vocal cords going. Literally, like if you look up singing vocal exercises, those are the I do, and I find that is the best for me. And again, I did not, and therefore I sound like this. Also, I noticed people saying their pronouns. I didn't say mine. She, they. They're both fine with me. I really don't care. I'm good with either. As long as you're not being mean. Don't be mean. I'll cry. If you can meet a celebrity in real life, Kelly Clarkson. Because I voted for her on American Idol when I was like 7, 6. I don't know. I was really young. So I feel like I need to know who I voted for.
Wow.
So
we pulled out the Game Boy Advance and the first season of American Idol.
Well, and I should, yeah, and I was like a baby during that. I shouldn't be allowed to vote, but for some reason my mom was like, "Go ahead. We don't care about phones." So I did, and I was way too young to do it. Let's see. When was American Idol? What year was? I'm looking this up. I need to know how young I was calling when my mom probably should not have let me do that. What is it? 21 years ago or something? Yeah. No, I should not have been on the phone.
Ew.
I was way too young, but my mom was like, I don't know what. Okay, I guess. I also called Nickelodeon and asked them if they would if I was like 4, and I called Nickelodeon, and I didn't know that voice acting was like a thing. I thought like SpongeBob and stuff was real, and I was like, how do you get to be with SpongeBob? And they were like, hello. And I think I was trying to ask like how to act on SpongeBob, because I thought like SpongeBob and Patrick went to their trailers and they were real actors. But the lady was so nice, but like, is your mom there?
After the SpongeBob movie, a lot of kids are probably confused. David Hasselhoff really got us like SpongeBob out there in the world.
Yeah, I probably was a little older at that point for that movie. Like during the show, like originally I was like, yeah. So I called Nickelodeon. My mom ran in the background, was like, I'm so sorry. She did. And then that was when I was not allowed to make phone calls. But that was pre-American Idol, so sorry, I got the call. She learned her lesson. Favorite food? It's still hummus. Able to
2 hours later, still hummus.
Yeah, no, I've not changed. Sorry, hot hummus is really good. You can visit any country in the world. Where would it be? I don't know. I'm really indecisive. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo, so Japan, because I just think it would be interesting. But that might be literally because that was like somewhere I wanted to go when I was little, and I feel like you don't let those go when you're like 5 or 6 and you like a thing. Your brain won't let you forget the thing. Where else would I want to go? My boyfriend got to go to Ireland, and I've been pretty jealous of that for the 8 years now that happened 8 years ago. I haven't let it go yet, so probably there as well. Hobbies do you have? Oh, we'll pass a Sayush. What do you call it? Thief who's into jazz, a smooth criminal. I will pass that on. That's hilarious. Video games, Kirby, Hamtaro. I am who I am. What music do you like listening to? Okay, I feel like everyone's gonna guess this. I like pop punk, okay? I like emo music. I like the stuff from the early 2000s. I do. I love Fall Out Boy.
Oh my, who would have guessed? The girl that likes Game Boy Advance and the first season of American Idol likes Fall Out Boy.
I know. How shocking is that? And
wow.
And they are a band I've met, okay? And every story I've had has been dumb. I met them when I was like 13 because I got lost in security, didn't know what to do with me, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to meet the band?" I was like, "Okay, that's not my mom, but sure."
Sounds like an anime plot line.
I think it was to buy them time to find my mom. I think that was the ultimate plan, but I was like, "Okay, yay, the band!" So their plan worked because I totally forgot about my mom. And I was happy as a clam when she found me. I met them. She was like, I was looking for you for hours. Oh well. So,
I was on the tour bus, Mom. What do you want?
I was at a meet and greet, and she was like, you didn't have a meet. Okay. Totally, yeah. So that was a good call. What music would Collei like listening to? Is it bad that this is also old
Fall Out
people?
Boy.
I think she would like Fall Out Boy and Evanescence. It should be in her feelings. I think that would be. That's my headcanon. If you want a voice for another franchise, what would it be? I literally just want to be a magical girl and a boy. Yeah, magical girl and annoying boy. I don't care.
Gingerbread Sailor Moon.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would die. That would be. Oh, in the name of the moon, I'll punish you. My dream. Okay, thank you. And annoying. It's perfect. It really crosses all the boxes.
So Christina V is literally living your dream. I understand now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We have the same name, so how dare? No, I'm just kidding. It's so great though. Have I played music to my plants? I did actually for a class, and it was still a Fall Out Boy song. They didn't tell us it had to be anything, so I was like, I'm gonna listen to what I'm listening to, and it was the new Fall Out Boy album.
So the plants became edgy teens.
They were edgy plants. I think it was So Much for Stardust, which is a super depressing song. And I was like, you're welcome, plants. Here I am. I hope your kidneys. Thank you. I hope it does too. Who was my second favorite character? Good wording, because you knew I'd say Collei again.
It was edited.
That's smart. I'm sorry. I'm loyal to my child. I think it's Klee. I really do. And there's no other reason than like she's a chaotic baby. And I really like that plot point. That's like another K-pop character I would really love to play, like a Klee. Where they're like, haha, I like throwing bombs and it's fun. Like that's yeah. Love it. Gremlins are where it's at. Favorite voice line? Cringy. No, but seriously, that is my favorite one. She's like, why do they have to talk like that? Oh, it's so cringy, I can't. So good. Have you played Honkai Star Rail? No. You want to know why? I am lazy, and I am obsessed with Hamtaro right now. I cannot stop playing Hamtaro. Help me. I got all the games. I got all 3 of them. Maybe after Hamtaro. And we don't work with any voice actors. I'm not even kidding. Well, maybe they do in studio, but I was literally by myself. It was me in the booth in pajamas. Curvy pajamas, if anyone was curious, because I am who I am. And I will admit, for one Collei session, when I found out I was voicing Collei, I went and bought merch, and the merch that existed of her, the manga stuff on like Etsy, and I recorded fight lines wearing a shirt with Collei on it. And nobody but me knew it was good. I had a good time. The art is so cute! I did it! I answered! Right?
You did all of them. Wow.
Yeah! I did it!
All right. Wow, I am impressed we got through all of that. So, we have reached the end of the event today. Thank you, everyone that came out. Thank you, Christina, for lending your time. You spent a lot of time answering those questions. So,
yeah,
everyone, thank her for taking all of that time. And for those of you who are extra spicy and decide to stay to the end, the special announcement is that on May 26th, we will be having Brittany Cox come. Woo! We'll have an event like this one. We get to talk to Fischl's VA. So you can think about Fischl and Collei running around.
Everybody tell Brittany I say hi. That's my request. Everybody tell Brittany I say hi, because I did a convention with Brittany and we're friends, and she is the sweetest bean in the land. So please tell Brittany Tina says hi. That's like my official homework for you all. And don't forget! No, I'm just kidding. It's fine if you forget.
So before we go, where can... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pull that. Where can they follow you? Where can they reach out, say hello?
I have the same username on everything except for here. Okay, anyway, so it's literally my Discord name, but VO is tacked on. So it's _ Tina _ time VO. So it's, I'll put it in the cabin. Twitter is the one that I feel like I interact with fan art the most, but I do streaming, and you guys should come say hi, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Is that on Twitch? Twitch.
Yeah,
all right.
Twitch. So everybody, please, and if you follow me, and Instagram's really, I just post pictures of my dog, but I mean, if you only want to see my dog specifically in some roles I voiced, that's Instagram for you. The same username. And I post Buster, my dog, everywhere, because he's cute, so you're welcome. Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Thank you for coming out. I really enjoyed this, and hope everyone has a great rest of their day.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your questions, and thank you for being so kind during everything. I feel like I'm a single brain cell trying my best, so I appreciated the patience with me. And I hope I got everybody's questions. I really tried to answer everything.
I'm waving, but no one can see it. Goodbye.
Bye, chat. I'm also waving.